What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today we are checking out the Visuo XS812. It is the GPS 5G Wi-Fi FPV with 2 megapixel or 5 megapixel HD camera, foldable RC quadcopter ready to fly. So let's open up the box and check it out. All right, I got everything out of the box and laid them out on the table, and here is the quadcopter, guys. That is looking pretty nice, black and gold design with a little bit different design in the front than the previous versions, which were the XS809, and this is an upgrade to the upgrade to the upgrade of those quadcopters that we come to love so much. And as you can see, there is the upgraded camera, 2 megapixel, a little bit bigger size than the previous versions. There's the LED lights, red LED lights looking like eyes. We'll come back to the quadcopter in a little bit to take a closer look at that. And here is the brand new remote control that comes with this baby here. As you can see, we got the return to home button, so we got GPS and we got altitude hold as well. So we'll come back to this in a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and go over all of the stuff that came in the box. Here is the instruction manual, 4-axis GPS, and it goes on to show you everything you need to know to get this quadcopter in the air, as well as the QR code to download for your Wi-Fi FPV app in the App Store, and it is called the XSW GPS app, free downloadable app in the App Store, so check that out. And it goes on to show you some of the safety guidelines and all that stuff. So pretty good instruction manual here. And we have a phone clip, check it out, spring loaded, and it clips onto the back of the transmitter here. Let me go ahead and do that right now. Just take the placement holder and click it in, and it is in a fixed angle, and it will hold my iPhone 6 Plus. So very nice phone holder and a very nice remote control, significant size. Okay, so here is the battery, and the battery is a 3.85 volt, so high voltage battery. It is a 1800 milliamp size battery, supposed to give you a flight time of about 15 minutes. Now this is the same exact size battery that came with the XS809 version S, the upgraded version with the 18-minute flight time up to 20-minute flight time. Well, this one is the same battery. I have 2 of it. Now this quadcopter comes with a version that comes with 1 battery, 2 battery, or 3 batteries to choose from, so you can have consecutive flights as well. So I got 2 batteries here. We'll check out how long the flight time is, and of course the battery bay is in the back of the quadcopter, and you just slide it right in and click it into place, and we do have an on and off button just like the previous versions of the TIANQU VISUO XS809 series of quadcopters. And here is the bag of goodies, and it contains a screwdriver, charge cable, and prop guards. And I do recommend that you attach the prop guards if you are a beginner quadcopter flyer. And we got some extra props, a full set of extra props. All right, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at the quadcopter. All right, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at this quadcopter here. It is looking pretty nice. Black and gold design, my favorite colors, and looking pretty familiar and yet slightly different. We got the same type of prop, same type of motor looks like, and same type of foldable arms. The design of the quadcopter is basically the same as the previous version, the 809 series, but the front is slightly different. We got a little different design up here, and of course the camera is different. Now the camera is tilt adjustable. You can tilt it down to maybe about 45-degree angle, and you can up tilt it slightly above horizon level here. I'm probably going to end up putting a double-sided sticky tape right there to hold it in place upright, and the 2 red LED lights looking like eyes. And if we take a look at the bottom here, we have 2 double antennas for this camera Wi-Fi FPV module, and there is the familiar on and off button, and the battery bay, like I showed you, is in the back. The battery is the same one as the previous version, the 809S version, which is the 1800 milliamp size battery. So basically the quadcopter is just about the same thing as the previous version. Now we have GPS. So I'm going to go ahead and take this battery out, and I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Look on the inside there, on the top of the quadcopter, there is the GPS module on the top. So like I did an antenna mod on my XS812 where the antenna was sticking out right here, well, this one you are not going to be able to stick out the antenna in this area right here. You're probably going to have to go up front a little bit if you're going to do an antenna mod on this baby here. Now the camera, it is a module. You can pull this camera out just by sliding it a little bit. Let me go ahead and open up the arms to show you how it looks like with the arms opened up. There you go. Just like the previous version of the 809 design here, same thing. The arms fold out. We got the LED lights. We got the little placeholder for the prop guards. We got a little rubber landing gear right underneath of each of the motors. So very nice. I really like this design. You don't never flip over with this type of design here. So let me go ahead and pull out that camera. Just slide it out, and this whole camera module comes right out. And here is the micro SD card slot in which I installed a 32 gigabyte micro SD card, and it goes up to 32 gigabytes. So very nice looking little camera module, and I believe the one that comes with the 5 megapixel will be identical like this, except the camera will be a 5 megapixel camera. So very nice. Now you are able to take photos and videos utilizing the hard remote solo because it has a micro SD card. So once you put that micro SD card, the camera button here on the remote control functions as well as the video button. So you are able to take photos and videos. Oops, let me get that. So like I was saying, you are able to take photos and videos without the Wi-Fi phone app. And when you have the Wi-Fi phone app connected, you are able to take photos and videos, and it records into the micro SD card as well as the phone app. So dual recording when you have the phone app turned on. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the remote control. All right, so let's take a closer look at the remote control here. Feels very nice in the hands. Huge remote control, guys. And I gotta tell you, the gimbals are so smooth. It is very nice. It feels like a hobby grade type gimbal. It is super smooth. The center area of the stick, there's no clicking feeling. It's just a smooth feeling. So very nice gimbal on this remote control. There's a couple of shoulder buttons here. On the left we have the speed changing button here, and on the right it says orbiting. Everything is marked, and this would be the surround me or the circle me function button right on the remote control. Here are some trim buttons here. Here is the on and off switch, and there's a couple more trim buttons for your yaw and the photo and the video button, and there are a bunch of buttons on the bottom here. This one is the emergency stop, this one is the headless mode button, and this one is not the 1 key to return. It is the return to home because this is a GPS quadcopter, and this one is marked as geomagnetic effect. It says, well, what it does is to calibrate the compass of the quadcopter before you fly. This is a GPS quadcopter, so you need to do that before each and every flight, and it will take 4 AA batteries, which I already have installed, and both sticks to the bottom and to the right will calibrate the gyros of the quadcopter. Both sticks to the bottom and in will arm the motors, and both sticks to the bottom and out will disarm the motors. And it is said that this remote control has a maximum distance of about 200 meters. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the functions and the performance of the brand new XS812. All right, we are just about ready to go with the TIANQU VISUO XS812 GPS quadcopter. So let's go ahead and turn it on. There we go. And we got green LED lights in the front and red LED lights in the back, and those red LEDs looking like eyes in the front, and that is all of the LED lights. Let's position the quadcopter right there and turn on the remote control, and up and down on the throttle will bind the quadcopter to the remote control, and both sticks to the bottom and to the right will calibrate the gyros. Now you are able to take off at this moment by both sticks to the bottom and in, and take off right now, but this is a GPS quadcopter, so you need to calibrate the compass. So let's go ahead and calibrate the compass first. So let's go ahead and press this button here, and we see that the lights are now blinking away. So what you need to do is rotate it horizontally a few times. It says 3 or 4 times or something like that. So let's check it out. And then the rear lights, the red ones, will become solid. The ones in the front, the green ones, are still blinking away. So what you need to do now is nose down and rotate it until the green lights in the front become solid. And they have turned solid. And if you look at the rear lights, it is solid right now. That means all of the GPS that is required is acquired. So let's go ahead and turn on the phone, get into the settings and into the Wi-Fi section of your settings, and let's go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi network of this visual drone. And I am connected. It's Wi-Fi 720p, so we are good to go. And here is the app. Let me go ahead and start up the app. Oops, let me go back home, and I can see that we are already connected. Nice. Let me go ahead and do my screen record real quick here, so I can show you guys what the interface looks like. There we go. Now this is the interface of the app, so you need to hit that big icon and we are in. Nice. Alright, and I have map as well. Check it out. Oops, there's some kind of a message. The aircraft has completed the star searching. So that means it acquired all of the satellites. The signal of satellite is normal and it's ready to take off. Alright, so you gotta hit OK. And check it out. Let's switch over to the maps. And let me go into the settings. And looks like I'm on the hybrid. You can go to the satellite or you can go to the standard version. I'll just go to the satellite and check that out. Ooh, there we go. We are in the middle of nowhere. So let me go ahead and zoom in. There we go. Let me just leave it right around there and go back to the camera view. Check it out. We got Wi-Fi FPV, and this is the 5G Wi-Fi FPV. So we are just about good to go. Let's take a look at the app real quick here. On the top left, there's the home button, and there is the altitude, the distance, speed, and we also have the GPS satellites. 14 satellites locked in, and we have the roll, pitch, and the yaw, and the battery level indicator for the quadcopter, and the signal indicator, and the settings button. And on the bottom right, we have the photo and video and the album. And what is right above it, it's the VR, the split screen. And on the left we have the little man, that is the follow me function. We have the waypoints, and we have return to home, and we have the camera going up and down, so it's gonna flip the screen. Yeah, that'll flip the screen for you. All right, so let's go ahead and take off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some photos up in the air. So let's go ahead and take off. We are good to go. Alright, so both sticks to the bottom and in. Arms the motors. There is no 1 key to take off or 1 key to land on this one here. So manually taking off and letting go of the sticks. It dropped down about 2 feet or so. There we go. Comes to a hover, and we have GPS position hold. Nice. Alright, let's check it out. Okay, it's kind of a little jerky here, going forward and backward. Okay, letting go of the sticks, and check it out. We got GPS lock. Let me go ahead and pull it a little bit and let go, and there you go. It goes back to the GPS lock position. Nice. All right, what speed are we in? Okay, let's go and check it out in speed number 1 here real quick. And let's check out how it performs in speed number 1. Slightly jerky movements up around the turns here. but it is pretty smooth. Oh, I'm pitching forward all the way, and it kind of plateaus off. I'm pitching forward all the way, and it plateaus off. Here, check it out. Pitching forward all the way, and it kind of plateaus off by itself. Okay, and that is the yaw speed. Okay, speed number 2. And in speed number 2, it does the same thing. It kind of plateaus off after I'm pitching forward, and it plateaus off by itself. Okay, that's some kind of behavior this quadcopter has. All right, let me see here. Do a little funnel, and that is the yaw speed on speed number 2. Speed number 3. Okay, a little jerky there, and let me see if it still has that plateau effect. Yeah, it still has that plateau effect in speed number 3. Pitching all the way, and it plateaus off kind of. All right, so that is the behavior of this Visuo XS812 GPS. So let's take it up in altitude a little bit, and let's take some photos. Right, I have the micro SD card inserted, so we are taking photos directly to it, as well as the phone app, I do believe. So double whammy. Okay, a little yaw, photo there, another little yaw, photo there. Yeah, nothing much to see out here in this test field that I have chosen to come to test quadcopters. So let me go ahead and hit that video record button as well, and it turned yellow and a counter appeared, so we are taking a video. So let's see if I can FPV. Okay, spinning around, I see myself, I'm coming towards myself, and it plateaus off. And turn around, there I am. Oh yeah, this thing is pretty decent. Very nice. Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, this thing is nice. You can FPV with this thing. I'm pretty sure it's just short range. Maximum distance on this thing is 200 meters, it says. And this is a 5G unit, so our 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi repeater will not work on this one. But it has pretty decent video here. I have no breakups. Okay, let's see if I can push it out and check out this maximum range. Okay, I'm coming towards the 100-meter bush. And let me go up in altitude a little bit more. Oh, there's a freeze there. Another freeze there. Yeah, it doesn't have very much distance, guys, on this one. And I let go of the sticks, and I have just come to a hover there, and I'm trying to yaw, and I'm able to yaw. Okay, so that is just about it. Let's go ahead and hit that return to home button and see what happens. All right, it is on its way. It kind of turned its heading towards myself here, and it is coming back towards me. All right, so return to home works. Let's check it out and see where it is. Oh yeah, it's way over there. All right, let me hit that return to home button again and see if I can stop its path and take over the controls. Oh yeah, I can take over the controls. Nice. All right, so the distance that I'm getting is slightly over 100 meters without any breakup. Yeah, after that, it just breaks up. So we don't have that much distance on this quadcopter here. I think the XS809 series with the Wi-Fi repeater and flying it with the phone, you get so much distance. All right, so let's go ahead and check it out here and bring it in. I'm going to go ahead and land it so I can check out the return to home here. I'm going to land it on my landing pad. And there we go. Holding the throttle all the way down kills the motors. And let's start off right here. So let's go ahead and check out the return to home accuracy. Both sticks to the bottom and in, arms the motors, and let me just hover. Yeah, it kind of goes up and then it drops down about 2 or 3 feet. Let me raise it up a little bit more, and there you go. It comes to a hover now. All right, so let's go ahead and push it out right around there. Not too far. I just want to test out the return to home. Okay, now it's locked position. So let's go ahead and hit this return to home and see what it does. All right, so it goes up in altitude to the designated altitude. You can adjust those parameters in the phone app. And it is going up and it is turning. Yeah, that is pretty cool. It turns around and positions itself towards the home point here, and it is hovering right above it, sort of. It's still kind of moving, so let me check it out. Yep, looks pretty nice. And is it going to start coming down anytime soon? It takes a long time to come down. Okay, you can come down anytime now. Uh-oh. It doesn't want to come down, guys. What is going on? Okay. It's kind of like a return to home fail. Oh, okay, now it's starting to come down. That was a significant amount of time that it just hovered up there. Okay, it's making its way down pretty fast. Oh, and check it out. It comes to a hover at an altitude. And then it's going to descend. All right, so the return to home works. That's nice. But it took a long time for it to come back down. All right, let's see what happens if we disconnect. So I'm going to simulate that by turning off the remote control and checking it out. So that'll be like a fail-safe return to home. I'm not sure if this quadcopter has that because it doesn't say anything in the instruction manual. So let's go ahead and check it out. Both sticks to the bottom and in, arms the motors. This thing's supposed to have 15 minutes of a flight time. Okay, kind of jerky over here and there. And let's go ahead and put it right over there. And let's go ahead and turn off the transmitter. The transmitter, it has been turned off, and the quadcopter is still hovering. Okay, it's rising up in altitude. Check it out. So it does have fail-safe return to home. Okay, it's going up in altitude, and it didn't turn around this time. It didn't turn around, and it made its way back almost right above the home point, almost. Okay, so I guess it's going to take its time before it starts to descend. So, oh, this time it's descending a little bit faster. Check it out. So it has fail-safe return to home, guys. And let it go all the way down. Oh, it did not hover. Oh, it will hover. It kind of bounced back up. So it didn't hit the ground like some of the other quadcopters. All right. And look at that. It landed almost right in the middle of the landing pad. So that is awesome. So we have fail-safe return to home that works. So let me go ahead and turn on the transmitter and up and down. And we have reconnected. Awesome. All right, so let me go ahead and see if it reconnects while it's coming back from a fail-safe return to home. So let's go ahead and turn it off. And then once it starts to rise up, I'll turn on the transmitter and see if I can reconnect. And probably I'm going to have to hit that return to home. All right, let me go ahead and reconnect. And then it's going to start making its way back. Or is it? Maybe I have already reconnected. Yeah, I believe I have already reconnected just by, whoops. Oh, what is that noise? What is that noise? Okay, looks like the battery level indicator is showing me only 16, 15, 30. Oh my God. Okay, so we have a low voltage warning already. Oh wow, not much flight time. Okay, so let's test out the low voltage return to home. So we know that just by reconnecting while it's doing a fail-safe, you are able to immediately take control. Let's see what happens with the low voltage return to home. See if there is one. And it is just going up and down by itself. Okay, it has risen up in altitude a little bit. Shouldn't it start its return to home by now? If it does have the low voltage return to home. So perhaps this thing does not have a low voltage return to home. It is just hovering in that one spot. Let me check out and see the battery level indicator, and it is showing me about, wow, almost down to 5%, 4% this time. Okay, so it's probably going to land itself, and let's see if it does. All right, so it is coming down and going back up, and it's coming down. Okay, so it won't just drop to the ground. It will safely land itself. All right, so that is the flight time of the TIANQU VISUO XS812 GPS. Alright, just got done with my initial test flight of the TIANQU VISUO XS812 GPS quadcopter, and so far everything has worked pretty decent. The only thing, however, it is missing is the low voltage return to home, but nevertheless it did land itself safely on the spot once the battery level indicator showed about 5%, so that is good. Now the push button return to home worked very well as the fail-safe return to home works, so that is good, and I was able to regain control of the quadcopter on my second attempt by turning on the remote control once again, and you didn't have to press that return to home to take control of the quadcopter while it was flying back. Now the photos and the video quality seems to be pretty decent as well, and you are able to do some Wi-Fi FPV with this quadcopter, so that is very nice. I'm going to go ahead and check out some of the other functions like follow me, circle me, and the waypoints function that this quadcopter also offers in another video. But for now, that is just about it for the TIANQU VISUO XS812 GPS quadcopter. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.